Many unemployed Americans are making more money than the essential workers who have been risking their health through this entire crisis. Some essential workers live paycheck to paycheck, and it is unfair to ask them to risk their health for less money than those who are unemployed. Democrats have approved $10,000 in hazard pay for essential workers, but still need to convince Republicans to approve it as well. They are debating that this week. The $600 unemployment boost has indirectly left many essential workers feeling unappreciated and undercompensated, and they need hazard pay to make things right. To be clear, yes, the government should help the unemployed generously. The boost has been a safety net for millions of hardworking Americans who lost their jobs at no fault of their own. It has provided help for millions of people who truly deserve it. However, it's opened up a can of worms and has forced us to ask the question, should essential workers be fairly compensated with hazard pay? If a janitor is laid off and makes $1,000 weekly on unemployment, but another janitor at an essential business is forced to work and only makes $600 weekly, actually working 40 hours, is that okay? In this video, I'll discuss this moral issue, as well as compare dollar for dollar how much money people have made on unemployment versus how much money essential workers would receive from hazard pay if Republicans approve the Democrats' plan. The bottom line here is to illustrate that hazard pay is not a crazy idea at all. It is morally and mathematically the right thing to do. Welcome back, guys. Please like the video if you like this content. Please subscribe. I'll be posting updates almost daily. The idea behind a $600 payment was simple. In 2019, the national average unemployment payment was $370 per week. The national average salary for people that ended up on unemployment was $970 per week. So the $600 boost was meant to provide the average person with a 100% replacement of their salary. This is much more generous than the government usually is. But remember, they were asking the entire country to stay home and lock down. It would have been wrong to ask Americans to stay home and end up in financial ruin. The reason a flat $600 was given is that experts agreed that the unemployment systems could not handle the nuance of calculating each person's previous income and capping it at 100%. So an estimated 68% of people on unemployment made more money than they did working. Now, in my opinion, this isn't a huge problem. Americans pay taxes their entire lives, and we are in a historic crisis. They deserve the generous help, but they need to give essential workers hazard pay in order to make it right. Many essential workers live paycheck to paycheck. From a moral standpoint, it just isn't right to ask an essential worker to risk their health and make less money than someone on unemployment. Let's dig into the numbers to see if hazard pay is justified. It's estimated that the average American on unemployment made about $12,610 during the $600 boost. That is already more than the $10,000 in hazard pay that essential workers would receive. As I stated previously, about 68% of people on unemployment made more money than an essential worker doing the exact same job. This issue is more pronounced for anyone that makes less than $40,000 per year. The average janitor made $150 on unemployment for every $100 that an essential worker janitor made actually working. The average restaurant employee made almost $200 on unemployment for every $100 that an essential employee made working at a restaurant during the pandemic. That is essentially double what an essential worker actually made by going to work. Again, to be clear, I do think hardworking Americans deserve the generous help. I just feel like essential workers need hazard pay in order to do what is right for everyone. Democrats and Republicans are debating these two issues this week as they decide on the second stimulus package. They've agreed that the unemployment boost will be extended and are arguing over the amount. Democrats want to extend the $600 boost and give essential workers $10,000 in hazard pay. Republicans want to extend the boost at $400 weekly and completely leave out hazard pay. There is an issue with lowering the unemployment boost. At $400 weekly, about 25% of Americans would only be receiving 60% or less of their previous income. This would cripple millions of American families financially. Providing a generous unemployment boost along with hazard pay for essential workers that matches the unemployment benefits would be in the American people's best interest and would be the most fair for everyone. With that said, we should have big updates in the next few days. Please subscribe for more updates. Thank you all so much for everything you do, and thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe for more updates. Please like the video and post a comment below. It really encourages YouTube to share my videos with others. Thanks, and have a great day.